Hi, Sandy here. I'm going to be doing something kind of new today, but first let me show you a few things. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you've seen these many times. I love using up my scraps and all those extra stickers and embellishments that accumulate. And for a few years now, I've been caught up with my scrapbooking, so I have plenty of time to play. And so I love making stuff with all the scraps and everything. So here's some tags. I like making tags. I like to just glue a lot of random stuff onto a tag, and then I decorate my scrapbook pages with them. And I make these for Christmas and holidays and birthdays, the dogs, school, all of my themes, you know, just to use things up. So I make tags, and I've got this huge book of tags, and these are the everyday ones. They're not the holiday ones and stuff. And I have a section for each color. I sort things by color, so I kind of make a lot of them basically one color. I hope you can see this well through the page protectors. Look at this pretty one. And I just put a speck of glue on the back. You can see it's pretty loose on there. And then I can just peel it off when I'm ready to use it. But I can just flip through and see everything. So I make my tags. So even though I'm done scrapbooking, well, I'm not done. When I get new pictures, of course I scrapbook. But even though I can't scrapbook most of the time because I don't have any pictures, I keep busy. So there's my tags. Then I love making borders, and I put them 3 on a page. I love downloading these pictures of cars and gas pumps and stuff. Those are great on men's pages. You know, you got a picture of your cousin or nephew or somebody, and then, what am I going to decorate this page with? And these borders are great. And I make tags with these too. I have this whole book of borders, and I like to keep a lot on hand when I make a page. Just pull out a border and stick it on the page, and I like to make them so that I can write on them, you know, the subject. Not all of them, but I like to have a selection. So I do my borders. I'll pull this one out. And I add buttons and rhinestones, and so there's three borders. Just using up all these little bits and pieces, and the backgrounds are made of scraps. And then again, I just use a speck of glue on the back so that I can just see everything, and then I pull it off when I'm ready to use it. So I make the tags and the borders. And only the last year or so I've started making embellishments to decorate my pages, smaller things. So we're kind of on a roll here, just putting random things together, making some nice little things to decorate my scrapbook pages. Rosie, don't crying. That's my dog. She whimpers sometimes. So then I discovered glue books. And glue books, people ask a lot, what are glue books? Anything you want them to be. A lot of people take old magazines or composition books, and they just glue directly onto the pages. And me, I worry about them just gaping open like this, so I haven't actually tried that myself. And I saw a video on how to bind your own books, so I do all my scrapbook pages 8.5 by 11, so 8.5 by 11 is my size. So I make all my pages, and then I take a drill. You can't really see too well because it's sewn. And I drill. Well, first you got to clamp them so they don't slip, and you glue the edge. And then I take it out to my workshop, and I drill a hole about every ½ inch. And then I sew it together, and then I add a cover. and then some tape. And this is just, you can do it any way you want, as neat or sloppy as you want. I am far from a perfectionist. But this is just duct tape, and I write the title of my book. This one is called Vintage People. And so this is, I think I've done like 15 of these books. And then I discovered these scrapbooks with the black pages. And that's just perfect. And it's kind of fun to have a larger area to work with sometimes. I don't think I'd want to do this nothing but this size, because it's a lot. But it's good, you know. And I can use like a full page magazine page on there. I have some calendar pages that I've used. I have this old calendar with these beautiful Victorian houses, and I just could not bring myself to cut them down to 8.5 by 11. But in here, oh, this is so much better. Then I did have to trim it down a little bit to fit, but I got the whole house on there. So this is fun. So that's my glue books. And then here's the project for today. I found this photo album. My room is I love roses. I love roses. They're so pretty. This is a photo album. And I was at the thrift shop for like $1.50, and it was still wrapped in plastic. It's brand new. And I thought, well, I scrapbook all of my photos. I'm one of those people. I scrap all of my photos. I don't have no box of photos. Nothing extra. So I'm not going to put photos in here. So I buy a lot of these 12 by 12 pages from Scrapbooking for Life, and you cut them up, and there's all different size cards. Like, oh, let's see. They're like Project Life, sort of. They come in this size and this size. And I took my rounder punch and rounded the edges on a lot of them. But anyway, so they're on a 12 by 12 page, and you cut them down, and you got all these little cards that you can use. But then a lot of them have this size on there, and I just don't use these very much. So I thought, I can put these in here. These are the cards. And then I can do a mini glue book thing. And, you know, I can mix and match the subjects on here. They're just totally random. Anything you want them to be. I like to do a lot of Victorian stuff. Just anything. There's no rules. So I've had this a while, and I haven't really worked on it much. So here's some of my cards I've done. So that's it. I've done 5. Because it's hard to find time to play anymore. So that's all I've gotten done is 5 of these cards. So I'm going to work on some of my cards today for my book. So what I did was I just pulled together some things, and I'm just going to glue them together for you one at a time. So I've got this. This is just a card, and I got to do my quarter rounder here. This is a cute little teddy bear wearing a pretty dress, like a Victorian style. I download things off Pinterest and print them. Then I've got this. This is a sticker. And then I've got this that says love on it, and I think I'm going to put it about there. And then I've got this sticker, and then 2 little round stickers. I'm just going to make some random stuff here. So, I'm going to start with this sticker. I had it on some wax paper. I tried that out, and it kind of works and kind of doesn't. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. It's not terrible, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore on the wax paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. Then I'm going to put this sticker on. And I never used to put glue on my stickers. I pretty much trust them, but then I've kind of learned, especially since I started putting them on the wax paper, I think I need to glue them for more stability. And this is already kind of squared off here. So, oh, it's kind of hanging off the edge. Can I get it off? Oh, no, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, and then I've got this pretty little thing. You know what? I'm going to make it kind of vintage. Got my Distress ink. And this is about the only color I use. I don't care for the darker colors. So I'm just going to... make it look kind of old. That's not really what I was going for. It's not bad. It looks old. Okay. So I'll glue that on. You got to kind of layer things a little bit. Makes them look more interesting. You can put them perfectly straight or put them at an angle. That's kind of my thing. I put things at an angle. And then this, I'll glue that on there. Oh, and then I've got this circle. And I think I actually wanted it to be underneath here a little bit. That layering thing. There. And then I've got this. And you can put 2 things on here or 10 things. Oh, let's see. I'll put that right there. And so that one is done. And then that will go in the front of the book. As you can see, I'm putting the finished ones in the front of the book. And then I've got this one. This is just a card. And I cut this out of a scrapbooking catalog. It says, "It is not how old you are, but how you are old," as in, have some fun. Oh, and I want to glue this on underneath of that. So it's got to go on kind of first. So I want that about here. And I'm not very fussy. Not a bit. And this I do want straight. Well, it's not perfectly straight. It's good enough. And then this is a stamp. I think I printed a page of these off of Pinterest and cut them out. And I used my decorative scissors for kind of a stamp look on the side. Stamps are very good to use on... I almost put it upside down. Okay, so that goes here. And then these 2 ladies, these are Tim Holtz. And I'm going to sit them on here. I just noticed she's got a little punch out in her arm. I got to get that out of there. I got a paper clip here. There. Come on, get off the back. And then I wanted her elbow on there. Yes. Then I got this sticker. I almost tore it off the page when I peeled it off. What I had it stuck to, so it's torn, but it's fine. And I'm going to put that here. See, these are quick and easy, depending on what you do with them. And I just love the vintage look of that. And then I've got this. Got some stickers on there. Figure out what I want to do with them. put my stickers on here temporarily. I got to round my corners. I like rounding my corners. And I could even make this look more vintage. It is kind of brown. I think I will. I think I'll use my oh yeah, that's nice and old now. Okay. Yeah, I want this. Just an old house. And then I've got this, and I already distressed this. It's just a old tag. I kind of picked up the colors. These I'm not doing so much sticking to one color. Oh, I don't want this hole to show, but it doesn't matter. Maybe you would want it to show. A little bit higher. I don't want it hanging off the edge. And then this. I didn't cut it very straight, but it doesn't matter. And I gotta put this circle on. Right there. Then I got this little girl. She's Tim Holtz. She's a Tim Holtz design. She's not Tim Holtz himself, because he's not a little girl. But it's a Tim Holtz design. And I got a little piece between her knees I gotta pull out. Okay, I'm going to put her on here, overlapping this circle. Then I got this butterfly. There's a lot of white hanging on. There's a lot of white on it. You know what? I'm going to leave it on there. I could trim it down more so there's not so much white edge on it, but it doesn't matter. And I'm going to put that right there. And there we go. There's a little design. And what do you do with them? What do you do with them? Well, I've got a book of art. I will have a book of art. You can look at it that way, just like the glue books. It's nothing but a book of art. And I have no intention of ever selling these. If I thought somebody would give me some good money for them, I might. But it's my art, and I just enjoy it. You could decorate scrapbook pages with them. You could maybe use it as a postcard. You gotta just glue them down securely. You wouldn't want this stuff brushed off when it goes through the postal machines. But there's things you could do with it. You could use it for a bookmark. Okay, so I got this dog. I cut it out of an ad. So I'm gonna glue him on. I'm wondering if I should glue this on first. This is some glitter paper. I had a lot of glitter paper. Wasn't using it. This is not the flaky kind. I had some of that too, though. But I decided to make a bunch of circles and squares so that I can use for bases for embellishments or whatever. Okay. Oh, his foot's hanging off the edge a little bit. Now, you can make these so that things are hanging off the edge, and that's fine. You may want to punch a couple of holes on the side and create a little book so that things can hang off the edge. But if you're going to put them in a photo album like I am, you probably wouldn't want to do that. Okay, this is a sticker. And where's my razor blade? I always keep a razor blade handy because they're good for scraping, for getting the backs off of stickers. There is no psychiatrist in the world like a puppy licking your face. Okay, and then just some random things here. I've got this sticker. It's an arrow. We'll point it at the puppy. I think I want it, I don't know, here. I try not to be really picky about it or anything. Just create. Just create and enjoy. If you like to take your time and fuss, that's your thing. Go for it. If you just want to throw some things together and that's how you do it, that's how I do it pretty much. Go do what works for you. Okay, and I got a little circle here. Put that right there. The thing, I'm going to not overlap it very much. The thing about this glitter paper, though, is that things don't stick to it very well. Sometimes you got to use some liquid glue or something else instead of the glue stick. Glue sticks are my go-to thing. Sometimes I'll use other glue, but mostly it's glue sticks. Then I got these 3 little flowers. Yeah. Okay. And they're hit and miss as you go. This is pretty cute, but it's not my favorite one. It's a slight miss for me. It's pretty good though. Then I've got this. These are stickers, so they're kind of sticking on. We're going to start by gluing this on. Right there. And then this is a sticker. You can, and I recommend that you kind of have a subject, and the bird is the subject. And I like to try to use up things that I would probably not normally use. Well, I would, things that I don't think I would use someplace else. This says Card Seed Company. I'll put it right there. And this, when my daughter was little, I was so frugal, I didn't buy very much. This is one of her barrettes. I took some of her barrettes and some pretty things, and I laid them on the scanner, and I scanned them and printed them and cut them out. I've had this quite a while. So this is a barrette with 3 flowers on it, and I'm going to get it used up. And where do I want it? I don't know. I know that I want... Gosh, where do I want this? Right there, I guess. And I've got this and... What do you do with that? You just put it down in some random place. Okay, I think I know I wanted that here. I'm going to lift this up. Sometimes things kind of come together later. Yeah, put that right there. And then this is some glitter paper. And I played with my, I have the original physics machine. A friend of mine gave it to me. I was so blessed. She gave me 7 holders full of dies to go with it. And so I made this flower and a few other things. Okay, so there's that. And then I've got this. This is a card. It's really pretty. And then just random things. I've got this little scrap. I'm going to cut that out, or not, I'm going to glue that on. I'm going to put it here. Just for no reason. Just for no reason. And then I got this Victorian house. And I think I meant to put this is like it says Daily Balance. That's a little Tim Holtz thing. Now, some of these cards are not going to lend themselves very well as a base for this little project. Some of the cards that I have. And what I can do is I can just completely cover them up and create a whole new design. And not try to use what's already on there. And I don't have enough cards to fill the whole book, and obviously I can use scraps and anything I want. Okay, and then I got this pocket watch. I think my plan was to put this teddy bear right here, but I don't want to cover up that bird. I love my birds. So, you know, just add a little bit of whimsy on there. I'm going to put him right there. You can kind of see through him, but that's fine. Okay, now my pocket watch. We're going to add that here. And I like to make these little clusters of things. I've got room to add more stuff, but I'm going to call it good. You know, it's up to you when to stop or when to keep going. Okay, then I've got this. This is a sticker. I tore the back off a little bit. But you know what? That adds character. That tear is going to show. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I just noticed something. This. No, that's not the one. I had this flower and this anyway, I gotta get this glued on because it's already glued on. This flower and this sticker, I think I was going to put it on this. Yes. This says joy. Okay, right there. And then this orange flower. I think I was going to put it right there is good. There we go. A little bit more added to it. Alright. This really is kind of fun. Okay. I don't remember how I had these laid out. Okay. So this is a Tim Holtz thing. It's like an old business card. It says T.S. Quincy Hardware and Stoves. And I'm going to put that right there, I guess. And then I got this key. It's a sticker. I just kind of temporarily laid it on there. Alright. Put that down. And then I've got this little thing. I think this thing needs more stuff. Oh, you know what? When I made this originally, I had this out. This little bench. And I was going to put it on this page. And it just disappeared. And now I have since found it. So I'm going to put it on here. Okay. There's a bench. It's kind of crooked. Okay, now, can I use this on here too? Oh, is that too much? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so these are little Tim Holtz girls. I've had these a few months and I haven't really used them much, but now I'm starting to use them. So, okay, I think I need something else. I think I do. So I'm gonna look at my vintage stickers real quick. Something small. Oh, this'll do. This'll do. I don't put a lot of thought into it. I just go with the flow. Yeah. Oh, this is coming apart. This bench, one time I took a bunch of magazine pictures, flowers, houses, all kinds of things, and they're small, and I glued them to colored paper, and then I cut out the edges with decorative paper. Okay. I got this bare spot right there. That's not really my style. Oh. Okay, I need one more thing. One more thing. I'm just gonna grab, oh, let's see. This says blank index tabs, which have nothing to do with anything, and it doesn't have to. Just random stuff. They can all have a theme, like vintage or not. There's no rules. Alright, that one's done. And I've got one more to do here. So this is what I'm starting out with. And then I've got this, the kind of a postcard thing. This was on a 12 by 12 sheet, a lot of little things like this, and I cut them apart. And I'm going to put that right here on the bottom. Okay, and then I was going to put this arrow across the top. Just what would I ever do with that arrow? Who knows? But I got to find something to do with it. Okay, then my little girl here. And oh, let's see. There. And then this butterfly I will put in that corner, I guess. I'm going to put it down a little bit lower here and pick her up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And then this is just some random little vintage looking thing. For no reason. Ooh, uh-oh, it tore in half. Oh, well. That doesn't matter. I'll stick it back together. Okay. Where do I want it? Where? Right there, I guess. Okay, so that's all the things I've accumulated for this video. And so let's see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was fun. And thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.